feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. And we are back with more Avatar The Last Airbender spoilers for Magic the Gathering. Now here we have an interesting little common in Compassionate Healer. A white one for a 2/2 human cleric ally. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you gain a life and scry 1. Well, that could have, lots of different, uses, especially if you use this thing to water bend. So that's going to be interesting, and the scrying, does a little bit of help, especially with that nice planetarium craziness we talked about in a previous video. Next up, we've got another lesson in fancy footwork. A white and 2 for an instant lesson that untap 1 or 2 target creatures. They each get +2/+2 till end of turn. Hey, that's a nice little bonus there. Hoo-haw. Next up, we have Glider Staff, which is the staff that Aang uses to get around and to fight with. So it's a white and 2 for an artifact equipment. When it enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. So you can get that, that extra ETB off of it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. Equip for 2. So hoo-ha. Next we have Momo, Playful Pet. Where's Momo? Well, it's single white mana for a 1/1 legendary lemur bat ally with flying and vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Create a food token, or put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, or scry 2. Momo is very useful, and Momo is probably a good target to do all sorts of airbending nonsense with. Next up, we have Forecasting Fortune Teller. A blue and 1 for a 1/3 human advisor ally. When this creature enters, create a clue token. Well, it's in blue, and you have that one guy who we talked about in one of the first videos he turns tokens into 3/1 artifact creatures. So this is interesting. You can do all sorts of shenanigans there. Next up we have Lost Days. Now it's a blue and 4 for an instant lesson. Owner of target creature or enchantment puts it into their library second from the top or on the bottom, and you create a clue token. So it's kind of like a blue removal spell, but you can do it for creatures or enchantments, which is something you don't find a lot in blue. So that could be very useful. Next up, we have Tundra Tank. Now, this is an interesting artifact vehicle. The black and 2 for a 4/4 vehicle. It has Firebending 1. And when it enters, target creature you control gains indestructible till end of turn. Crew it for 1. Arguably, this is a very good vehicle. It's got a low crew cost. It's it's got a fairly low mana cost for its power and toughness level, and it's got all these added things like Firebending 1, and when it enters, you creature gains indestructible till end of turn. This is gonna be something that's gonna be used in some of these Rakdos Firebending decks. I'm not gonna lie, this is primo. Next up we have Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. A blue, black, and 1 for a 2/4 human druid ally. She's got lifelink, and whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. This token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. So, this, that's going to be kind of a theme, this whole blue-black kind of misty spirit form type thing. You got the blood bending going on. Yeah, it's all sorts of craziness with the Demir color pie in this set. Next up, we have an absolutely crazy card in Secret Tunnel. This is, like some other cards that do similar things, but it's a land cave, so it's a cave land, which matters, for your other caves, if you're playing a cave theme. But it says this land can't be blocked. So if you earthbend this land, it can't be blocked. So this is a target for your earthbenders. You can tap it to add a colorless or pay 4, and 2 target creatures you control that share a creature type can't be blocked this turn. I'm not going to lie. This is super, super useful. It's like a better Rogue's Passage that you can do all sorts of earthbending shenanigans with. Hoo-ha. Next up, we have White Lotus Hideout. Now, it's a land. You can tap it to add a colorless, or tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this only to cast a lesson or shrine spell. If you've got shrine decks, if you've got lesson decks, this is the land for you. And you can filter it to pay 1 generic to tap, add 1 mana of any color. So, useful land. Useful. Very useful. Next up, we have some stuff from the bonus sheet in Zuko Redeemed, which is just reskin of Risk the Redeemed, which is a hybrid green-white for a 1/1 legendary elf warrior. You can pay a hybrid green-white and 2, tap it to create a 1/1 green-white elf warrior creature token. Or you can pay 2 hybrid green whites and 4, tap it. Each free creature token you control, create a token that's a copy of that. So this could be useful in your token decks, and since we're going to be making a lot of ally tokens, this could be very useful. Next up, we have another version of Zuko, and this is Zuko Conflicted. So, black and red for a 2/3 legendary human rogue. At the beginning of your first main phase, choose one that hasn't been chosen, and you lose 2 life. You can either draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Zuko, add a red mana, or exile him and return to the battlefield under an opponent's control. Of course, you can do all sorts of blink mechanics, so you don't have to, use that last little thing. So, hoo-ha. Next up, we have a bunch of kind of what I call group huggy type of cards from the bonus sheet. First up is Rites of Flourishing. Green and 2 for an enchantment that reads at the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Each player may play an additional land on each of their turns. We have Prosperity for a blue and X. Each sorcery that reads, each player draws X cards. Then we have Mirror Wing Dragon. 2 red and 3 for a 4/5 dragon with flying. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, targets only this creature. That player copies that spell for each other creature they control that the spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. So with more copies of spells and a spell slinger deck, you can put a nice big boost on this, and then all your available creatures get that boost. So hoo-ha. Next up is Brought Back. 2 white mana for an instant read. Choose up to 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard that will put there from the battlefield this turn. Turn them to the battlefield tapped. Hoo-ha. And finally, we have True Ancestry. Another lesson card for a green and 1. You get a sorcery lesson. Turn up to 1 target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand and create a clue token. Well, that's it for the spoilers for today. We don't have any more going on. But we've gotten some interesting things today. So a couple of lands that are pretty important. Some interesting stuff from the bonus sheets. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else there's going to be in this set. So we're going to say hoo-ha. We'll see you on the next video.